Hello, welcome back. So in the previous section, we learned how to use our database session to create a record in our database. So in today's session, we'll learn how to read an item or read an entry from the database. So let's get started. So in our SQL Alchemy, we can use models class query. So which is very handy. If I go to my model, so when we use this shop model, basically, for example, when I say shop model dot, I can use a query here. Query. So when I say query, so basically here I can have multiple things. Like when I can simply say get, okay, then let's say for example some ID, or I can use shop model dot query dot get or 404. What is this? So you can understand what when you say get, it will run the query for this particular ID. But what is get or 404? So when we use get or 404, so if nothing is found, then our SQL Alchemy or Flask Alchemy will create a dictionary of this type. So we can say code 404 and a message of not found. So when we use SQL query get or 404, so in that case, we don't have to construct our code or either our message. So we can directly consume this and return to the client. So let's get started and let's implement this. So let's go to the product. Sorry, let's close these models and also let's close all. Now let's open our resources and let's go to a product.py. So here, let's update wherever we are fetching the product. Okay. So we have our product model. So let's create a variable product. It's equal to product model dot query dot get or 404. And then we can pass the product ID, right? So in this case, we really don't need try except because if it doesn't exist, then it will construct those error codes. And I can say product and let me remove this. Let me copy this and let me remove everything. Simple, right? If the product for this particular product ID doesn't exist, then this will construct a message of code 404 and the message not found. So we really don't have to handle those exceptions, right? It is all handled by this get or 404. Okay. And also let's replace everything. So wherever we are reading this product, we can simply say product and here let's raise not implemented error. So we can say updating is not implemented. So we will go and create later on. Okay. So let's do the same with our deletion. Let's copy this. So here, let me remove everything. We really don't need this now. Well, let me just paste and here, let me raise the not implemented exception. And I can say deleting is not implemented yet. And also, I don't really think we need this try and except anymore. Let's remove this. Let's reindent and let me remove all the spaces. Okay, I got a mistake here. Okay. Okay, so let's do the same with our shop.py. We can basically remove everything. So here, let's say shop is equal to shop model dot query dot get or 404 404 basically, and we can pass our shop ID here. Okay, and now we can simply return our shop. Simple. And let's copy the delete part again as we did here. So I will replace it. We'll go to our shop.py and let me remove everything. And then here, instead of product model, it should be shop model. Instead of product ID, it should be shop ID. And this should be shop. Shop is not implemented. Okay. So far, what we have done is we have understand what exactly this query.get of 404 is doing. So we have replaced every place where we were getting a particular product by the product ID or a particular shop by a shop ID. Okay. We have used this get or 404 in multiple places in our resources. Like for example, we use while getting a product by ID, while updating the product by ID, and all while deleting the product by ID. And also in our shop, we also use in our get shop by ID, delete shop by ID. So in the next section, we'll see how we can use it for updating and deleting. So see you there.